Doctor force, approach force, soldier force, custom force, migration force, water force, NPP say, minister say, vice president say, Joe former say, Nanano say, Aso force, Kennedy Agyapong never negotiate. Cobra could never negotiate. Hey, you know. Kennedy Agyapong never negotiate. Never negotiate.
Ghana for a bit choose will be a one in dear Edipe Ghana, Ama and Brantia and Mabawa, Mukina Hamunya Jumaniano, and Yajumaya.
Never negotiate. Kennedy, when she knew the Asante force, Kennedy, Atem force, Kennedy, well force, Kennedy, is in my force, Kennedy, and Piapin force, Kennedy, and you bring force, Kennedy, and Graf force, Kennedy, Menta force, Kennedy, Mana force, Chocos force, Dagoma force, Kongoma force, Gruma force, Mam Bruce force, Basa force, Kanjaga force, Enfante force, Wasa force, Sergi force, Latte force, Kennedy Agyapong never negotiate. Bema never negotiate. Hey, it's a one ever, Canadiana, I won't break. It's a Canadiana, I won't break. Kennedy Agyapong never negotiate. Doctor force, approach force, soldier force, custom force, migration force, water force, NPP say, minister say, vice president say, Joe former say, Nanano say, Aso force, Kennedy Agyapong never negotiate. Cobra could never negotiate.
Ghana for a bit choose will be a nimdia edipe pu Ghana ama emrantia ni mabawa mugina ha munya dwumanya no anya dwumaye
Kennedy Agyapong, Asante force Kennedy, Agyapong force Kennedy, Bawumia force Kennedy, Bawumia force Kennedy, Agyapong force Kennedy, Ayubu force Kennedy, Enkra force Kennedy, Mente force Kennedy, Bana force Kennedy, Chokose force Kennedy, Dagoma force Kennedy, Kongoma force Kennedy, Guruma force Kennedy, Mampusi force Kennedy, Basa force Kennedy, Kanjaga force Kennedy, Enfante force Kennedy, Wasa force Kennedy, Sergi force Kennedy, Latte force Kennedy, Kennedy Agyapong never Oceano, Bama never Oceano, Eyonwa, it's a one ebeya, Canadiana, Akompreko, it's a Canadiana, Akompreko, Kennedy Agyapong never.
I was more about from Globe TV so and then you may essentially live Get Connected TV YouTube and it will be out here be I saw him on YouTube and I said Globe TV Get Connected show and then you may also say I did you media bro na I don't run no TV ma akwanya abase no hia de na just say na ye yaba so na yaba shene so me say dwumedi chairman na PJ and etinam e de ma obibi e de na copy baby e say me hwe na me hwe chi de man medini ansabo akwa na na techi ena nwumrei ye wo enkomo ebo e wo show ni so na ene de no akwai te se ye say o chiam ye wo hu na asem ka no o se na na wasum asa bepe na ye be kono. The NPP lost 2024 general election to the NDC na ensheda anyanwa because this wasn't the first time at the NPP lose election to the NDC. ABS paying from President Kufuor baton no switch from the NPP to the NDC. TB SPay nyasem but the conversation around 2024 general election no and it said enema pina the course so some hodo pina so that obenya ka bebre na so the analysis ahodo obetimi aye up to this point the NPP as a party enshada mabonten message chile Ghana for what really went wrong ema the NPP na e wo hope say obewin the 2024 general election that breaking the 8th tie and they to chrome watch say aban bia ba wo di 8 years opo wumpo Ghana force sound no their bible for abano the NPP put up that mantra said the NPP was going to break the 8th but that couldn't happen. What really went wrong up to this point the party hierarchy the party machinery officially enka bibianche Ghana for but there are several school of thoughts wa bonten wha say this and that any amahodwa a call wrong ama the NPP party ATB lose the 2024 general election and said the year canon it was an unprecedented election a BC NPP history muda or share said their statistics in the channel factor a paper so na aside the 1996 election and no you find say the NDC enya upper hand e bogu mu ano we and a one election you can say the NDC to be actually the NPP party na so ye so we hope he said officially there will be some information betimi ama nema clear ama obi ehu baby ogina na afi atimi kra inform the delegate who to select to lead the party come January 31st 2026 because the one who problem na what grounds no then why are you going to decide what will be the grounds that will be to decide to select your leader for the next general election? Once say we the party should have come out with some information and yet insider information crana there should have been some conversations especially from Ayera Makokwe committee to investigate matters crano. There should have been some glimpses of that ebema delegate etibiati wo ho asiye but in some na twetwe ginegina the any and sheda hu nsem na nkasa but then I've gathered several school of thought ejina wa chese eno na ye reasons say ma the NPP party elusi a year 2024 general election. We are doing that for you to know and assess the situation very well as a delegate, so that you can decide very well come January 31st. Because one who the problem on the ground, you would think that it's just any delegate and I say flag bearership election as usual, but this is not, because for the first time, the NPP Elusu election. Now, over Ashanti region, voter turnout was low, about 400,000 people. In the previous election, at the NPP did not turn out to vote. Oko a year Eastern regional, it's almost about 50% of people almost turning out. In the previous election, did not turn up. So analyzing your money, then you find out what really went wrong. That's what we are doing on the show. Here all the school of thought. There are several people I want to do in Chiraba, including former flag bearer Yera Bawumia Wakasa na original campaign platform. So then same day to link it to what we are doing and on the show. Yera Kennedy Agyapong say something before the general election. Remember what is asking? They put the okay. And 24 hours be brave. And a kasa ye at the FFA home. You bet Yera Gideon Buako. Abattoir course 2024 no a spokesperson Mayera Bawumia and somehow do an course do na oba ebe chirichirim after the election no or your interview go UTV Emma a bisa in December akumi and seven view of what really went wrong my party in the Lucy election no or the two so you're gathering in you're branding new so we should just get into action now if you ain't gather information we but after video will be and we'll try to analyze and see said the nipa ne kano and no na fact on the ground and at the end of the day as a delegate you will deduce one kasa or facts from it so that you know what to do and decision are obeteki from there no Yera Kennedy Agyapong wa kopiemu ewo oti region na owuramu oti region no ne mpanifo wa kasa ye bebo ne e de acho sema hodo bi o de to dwan mpanifo bi so wa oti region wo ma kan sema hodo bi esemitima wote na kwa Ashanti region aso wase NPP constituency ni so was constituency ni NPP from Woma Babontia Bachelor Batwa ebe koso NPP amanyoko ni mu no mo gina brane e de Yera Kennedy Agyapong women say the entire constituency delegate over 200 people women say they are going to vote massively for Yera Kennedy Agyapong womo reasons so I'll let you hear reasons now e will break but yen sha say na for school of thought aba IHS no any reasons about the NPP Elusu a year 2024 general election. Some of them no one kasa we Ghana ni a wo hwem anwumre no wo di ba ko si ba ko so a you will see say no emuye ha e bi so ho de a wo dwen ho kwa chi a you also deduce one or two be from them. My yen sha se na afi de entie Yera Dr. Gideon Buako ono na odi akoten pa e wo Yera Bawumia na so ye e wo 2024 general election. After the election Ocha picture the Ozu my party no lose election no after that na made my joint chat to na fear queen
sir Bawumia call 2024 elections a normal miensa and a kutiano one eye de be kan say internal party saboteurs one year we NPP for nanso bibi nti onkro bre ya omo bo madwene pose say anya yende a ene Bawumia de untimi be president da ya onkrofo osa you know some of them o show mo social media hand o young people nipa ba say obeka tantan dia train people sankrofo no man to ma bad afama ba ono pe no face sa sabotage ni ba dia toso emi no eye o wa ban mu na yesi nipa ho phone ti no obu okra na otuna ba ma MPP 2016 na bi before kra mo duebo na NDC the propaganda nam ha near the nam ha near the na oh koko for esenka kufa do otum ko 6000 na obi agedi so the mention ase onye na jo senka obeto abana ma NDC but NDC aka asem bia ma na to ne trim say akufa do trim ode ti na wan to koko mu ama na nko 6000 na ye ba ye betum na say ni parenti wasreche na wakoto aba e de ama NDC the toso emensa eye president kufa do aban no face the worst global crisis in the world since the Great Depression in the 1930s. COVID buy na we buy Russian Ukraine emma ahochire ba wiase. Ufa wiase nyina mampani for a call election within that period. Do na lusu omoleshe. En lusu poto wo UK. The Conservative Party omo lusu say poto. Wo America Democrats omo lusu poto. Enti na election na yakọ 2024 no so ohwe saa noma na ekɔ so ye onipa bi anom ka da bi ento o ka saa noma miensa we nyina bom internal saboteurs global crisis ma ho kyerɛ ba wiase ma Ghana eduru ba bi na ho kyerɛ ɛwɔ ha na wo hwɛ propaganda ane nkro ne ba ekɔ so esu nkrofo mo to abama NPP NDC is a 41.7% and 42% no ɛyɛ wisi votes as nkrofo no nyina gyina yɛ sɛ ɛmfa ho ne nsɛm a yɛka gu Bawumia so ɛmfa ho ne ahokyerɛ aba wiase ɛmfa ho ne internal saboteurs no bi ekɔ yɛ de rain or shine yɛbɛto yɛ aba de ama NPP ɛna mo tro maba ɛde ma NPP ma Bawumia ɛno nti na yɛka sɛ despite all the adversities any propaganda any all the odds against Bawumia Ghana sa votes no just said 9% na aka no efiri hefa aka floating voters be sabin someone NDC for be kaye a tall masum ma ojitum say metuma NDC dia me koko next time ye betuma ko 6,000 te mesi samen sana me nkotuma no and NDC buy and say nipa no onwentima antu koko no man ko 6,000 okay or dwene ho say on sesa na dwene anama on sesa na dwene there's a higher propensity say one tour NDC propaganda and some more kagu NPP for so say ye de buy be yes ye be mana kwese entimi nkoso no say nipa no wanto na ba ma Bawumia otuma NDC se bi wetima asesa na dwena obedwane afri NDC ho
and you think NDC be gina ho ama within the next 2-3 years no say the akwontia no say de o ni so no doctors ani etua wonka abosome wotwe NDC buy yentua wonka no koto na ba ma NDC a enye obi na be kire no sabe bia onfa na banko next time ye to so me no kafra ena me bisa say ebe ento anu ta 2028 we are in 2025 ento anu 2028 na sa doctor na still yentua ne ka ebe ma wa regret e obeka say ena me san kofa me black and white say na ma egu apaso ne ye ho de wo ho say ena ye ka ho asem na se see ampo ni dia the eba ochina no crowd it could be worse and okay. I can tell you they toss me no eye won so a oye NPP for na apathy yes na nka me pe police ya mfame oho de me chena se okay obi okra no wanya adwuma wa NPP mo so pe promotion into one trouble no me ankasa me colleague bi am no wie university also no pe promotion wa anya ti wan koto naba 2024 NDC ba ye yinedi said mbana kwa kotena fi ye one people for bia enoma ba komienu bi obi wo kra t-shirt a wanya binti wase ne aba no kra me nkonkoto nti e ma sa apathy ne ba ya time heals ebre etimi ku ekuro bebre ti was ankrofo ne bebre ho so a with time no they begin to realize na me kra ni power ya on ntimi fa no ho abufu a na nkese se me koto aba me ya MPP ni na ma nkwankoto e de na ma ye me ho
right ebusua area Dr. Kennedy Agyapong and outside nka no na ochechire mu die nti ma NPP amanyo close 2024 general election makacho say we are doing this say be our na say I'm sure say delegate one kasa wo reasons in here most of the delegates NPP faithful do not even vote ti one kasa with you have your reasons but we want to decode all this school of thought now so that we will appreciate the situation now if you be drew baby a part in the one now so that you will form your decisions very well. Utiera Buakwa. Nasma Walker and it's the reasons are Emma NPP party lose 2024 general election or AMNSA. Was the first one or internal saboteurs. What you say any people NPP among you could anymore. Now woman kasa 8 woman 19. A baby any pa woman Gina sent one pre to me and ye woman chita for you na no much woman 19 and no can be NMA party no etimidim kuku. O first assembly ya. Enye then there will be that issue because enye MPP nkwa any year leader going into 2024 general election. All the other political parties did same. Ninyina so nipa bi yi woman nim ebe contest here. In the exception of independent candidate a woman buy any some of these small parties are woman kasa yi nipa straight no. All the major parties no be a candidate and there were elections, internal elections. Woman di koyi woman leader. Chuka say internal wranglings near the Adibinema affected party need to win power. That will be there. And yet, a party be a primaries and some about general election. No. Definitely there will be that problem. And it be a chance say a party need leader. Obey me connect all these energies together. and they are prepared party now call election him. So what really happened? You Rabua Kwasi okay, saying, I just said after the election, you know, and I said during primaries, no, and then maybe cause so I'm a party in Tinyanka kind of one going into the election because they are making definitely party be our internal elections before the general one, no, there will be problems. And no leader you know, yeah, you are one leader of the party now. So you're supposed to connect all the energies together. Now, if you are carbon back, then you lead the party to victory or whatever will come out of the election. Until any idea wait to me, I can't see as a saboteur in party not losing the that could be a reason, fair enough, but responsibility no was also on the leader and as a party system no to fix that. There no TV enough reason you wait to be not just say NDC propaganda. My culture on this show say propaganda is part of politics. Say one kasa ultimate shen somewhere can see near Kamana Yedeno. It's always part of partisan politics. If that was a dear you are so jitum say ane the NDC in a way no use propaganda tool. It's not solid enough because definitely that will be a tool. You are Bawumia Camp say or no one kasa leading up to a year 2020 election or catch it or man penin and Adanko Kufado Sabre say oh man coin now on taking on Yera Bawumia na Yera Mahama Facheme no on Onyeni Huejuma. Ti onwa jijina mu 2016 early 2020 nyina eye papa ne Huejuma. Whatever means be or use you behind is up to him. But it's part of politics, partisan politics. Until you accept it, or kind of be bibia. So you knew said definitely there will be this. Now, and someone NDC for kind of the G2 me, so most of them no issues are now the NDC is dealing with now. So if it was propaganda, now they are in power. What no? Any bachelor said they are on cano. Say NPP who besan ya konobium and answer the Hunsan ya konobium. So if it was propaganda, that party never no to me deal with that issue and I will be in say propaganda now. It goes to the other party as a win. So what is the issue here? Say BB and if you are better than some Obama, this is for any other propaganda. So it means so many things went wrong. But Papa no intimate such a the final point original so say that was a global crisis and a cost. Tiafani said the Arabia a cost on Russia, Ukraine, and COVID-19 there. Well, this impacted your economy, no. But up to now, no Russia and Ukraine, that's okay. Russia and Ukraine, that's okay. And yeah, no COVID-19 crown and the UN for I declare self free. At a point, crown now call Legua. You say I need the two of them then they are near coso. So it tells you say when quite me near the basis are Emma the NPP 42% in this election. There were other issues. See, young other school of thought. There are other people who also chair what I do we will know exactly what went wrong. Any leader, as a NPP party in the neighbor, in the next election. San Kobani said the bit me see no. We will all analyze it and it will show so. See my young queen now yera Ernest Owusu Bempa Abuapapu. Also after the election, or the same bit to judge him say or call grounds no so what about just after the elections so and your primary so you know I can say be a way or how we or had just after the elections and command who the call so a home command the yeti Owusu Bempa kakra.
People were having that kind of perception that a Kufuado will share the background and you know agitations for freedom and justice, fighting for a lot of things for this country. People thought that he has done well without to rule this country. The president that never was. So people were thinking he has to come and win. But this time around, on a normal change, look at the perception and the political atmosphere and the whole there are so many things that is going on in this country. Ghanaians are getting, the youth for this country, they're losing interest in politics. The NPP party for the first time in the taxi driver, okay, Mr. Bempa, for the first time I'm at Obama NDC, the NPP. Or you need card the reason is that Yaya and Kofa the right candidate that you want to come and vote for. And these are evidence on the ground. God is my witness. It's a new joke. Say you better can someone actually you do about 3 times and you do about 4 times and it's way allow we. That is not the thing that we are saying. We are listening to the ordinary Ghanaian people. What they are saying, maybe they have no opinion. My core grounds are the man for and I make an opinion. So it's got nothing to do with Professor Marco Committee.
No, but you are jumping the gun.
They are politicians. They are a political party. What they are saying, me pay we into na store money on my doors.
Right.
me na be ne busa be no tiase ko busa nana and wo busa me na me dia to ho say the future of NPP depend on these two gentlemen, and has made it emphatic. And now busa said I'm saying me call ground so taxi driver no be who su be pa oni say NPP ni who su be pa no ba who su be pa mo anfa so me si ama ye to aba. And wo busa me the reason why na me chow the reason why it's got nothing to do with Professor Michael Committee. This is everywhere. People, I was in New York. I was almost heckled by Ghanaian community in New York. Say ye two mu for amuntu ko tell radio so am cancer mun fa sume simra Kennedy Agyapong bra ye beto ba. And it's not a joke that I'm sitting here talking about something. I'm talking about what I am hearing. And God is my witness. I'm not going
so you agree that
talking about anything.
So you admit
yes
and agree said 2024 no you presented the wrong candidate.
I don't know.
No, you presented
I don't know.
From what you are saying,
I'm saying
taxi driver day, community in New York day.
I'm not here.
So you present the wrong candidate in 2024. I'm not here to condemn anybody. I'm making inferences on what you are saying.
Tell you what the ordinary Ghanaian are saying.
The people prefer Kennedy Agyapong over Bawumia.
Why? Put your camera on the streets of Accra. Put your camera.
So you presented the wrong candidate. So clearly you presented the wrong candidate for this.
Listen, put your camera.
It's one candidate I'm going to call 2024.
On the streets of Accra. Put your camera there. You are a grassroots person. Who will be a wood pack away a free person. Go down there with the hidden camera and ask the ordinary people why they refuse to vote. 2.1 million people decided not to go and vote. 2.1. You think it's a joke? But NPP party base party supporters and Uncle Tuaba.
And also bempa and on also just after the elections, some trophy bisa say what went wrong. And then my NPP breaking the 80-90 million possible. Now the party I lose the election. The thoughts any we can analyze as some area also bempa so air cano. Say on also kwabontin not just Ghana, baby obekobiano. People were saying say the NPP did not file the right candidate. I almost say committee me to abano amano. Sasho we if any get connected Homayura Kennedy compare ko Japan say then same power oboni dey road actually delegate Rebecca ho asemacho. So you would think say we are being biased. There are other school of thoughts Rebecca ho asem. But you analyze asem wa yero wusu bempa kasisia no. Said their party in Yajitum so Okwa Ashanti regional the party did not vote. The NPP party did not vote. But they said obi ka baby say and yes said the NDC and I appreciate him vote. But NPP Crawford and Toabo Ashanti region. That's not true. NDC appreciate pa Ashanti region. And NPP so as I reduce the person almost to abano, do Emma womotimi any easily no. It did not happen. It tells you say said there be more kind of say apathy no. Apathy could be the issue. Apathy in Kwane Besi. Ewo NPP among your in Ashanti region, the stronghold of the party. Nipa ewo Ashanti region will decide not to vote. And every election be ebe kobia. Ashanti region be decide say on Twaba. Ashanti ni Eastern. Ebe decide say omon Twaba no said ya omon tone de bia no. It becomes disastrous for the NPP. Because NPP be to be the 4 regions per our any general election e okroma. But the NDC needs more of these regions and sound what to be away. Esa Ashanti region the end babum. E dey na be see Ashanti region delegate and I say NPP. Adofo be decide say omon Twaba. Filing the wrong candidate could be the issue. Because point in the say, would the nipa nimpeba or per NPP party no. But nipa na the neighbor no. On person obeto aba no. Because as we last time me nimpe before be din kwa mega cho mo say to aba na so obi a meto aba ni bia o kita krata odim say o to aba ni bi. But obe decide say o meto aba ni bia. Eno so ye vote ni bia. Metimi ato aba ni bia ma na ye. But my decide say aba no me meto. It's also part of the vote. E dey nti na o meto aba no. The reasons no as a separate party no hwehwem no copy reasons no. No they fix it no. Say there be next time the person will come out to vote. Nti enye se kwa nipa na nto aba nti na eja ato. These are questions as NPP penifo bisa. Say e dey na call so Ashanti region. I'm sure say yera okwe report no e was that details we nyina. Minim say some aye kan nyina wo. There is a reason nti Ashanti region for anto aba. Enye just Ashanti region. We call Eastern region so a Eastern for so anto aba no. I have all the statistics here. Eastern region, almost one to so if you have Eastern region, who lose Eastern region in the 2020 general election, NPP winning all the seats in the eastern region. But it wasn't the same ever a year 2024. 2024 they lost seats ever eastern region. Ashanti region 2024 general election. NPP lose seat. Fourth Republic ya yebe mu a ye to aba e okroma. Nya dia NPP lose that seat in that. But the NPP lost those seats. So these are all in some way say di unko. Ti asewe ura abwa papo kan could be an issue, a possible issue. I'm sure this particular issue will find itself in Yera Makokwe report him. O file wrong candidate, definitely me person me to ma di pana de neighbor no. But party ni dia manage ho. E be ya me ya semba be gina da kam na ma to abama NDC because nipa e de neighbor na me penti no now me koto ma NDC. Enti what I will do ni say I will protest me to abano to tell you say the person I wouldn't have to paper no so no. I don't want that person. And yes, our reasons because there could be other reasons. But do have what papo there now. I'm sure what I will name was show this now. No, you could get this and you could appreciate say that could be a possible reason. But the other school of thought, a brand new now for you. You're about Bawumia, now you are Kasai, and you also gave an idea of what could have went wrong. Emma the NPP lost a year 2024 general election. But on the view, no, a dicey kakaba after you're about Bawumia there. No, I'll play a tape from former president. His Excellency Nana Kufuado, so that you appreciate Mimi Dunya together. Yemfa era Bawumia, former vice president.
Yeah, National Cathedral, yeah, see National Cathedral after $58 million. Now, Nipa Bigrebu if as far as the National Cathedral. Now, Adiana, 3 days to the election. 3 days to the election. Yet to petrol. Yet to petrol. And yes, sir. 3 days. Mimiti and America say, Ogobua. This is how. Young, see about 3 days to the election. Yakotu petrol. Hey, you can say you win and I say you can say. Now, driver for a boy 3 days. And now, Omoko to Abano. 80 Abaya 2
was your former vice president, flag bearer for the NPP, 2024 election. Honestly, the school of thought. This will not be the entire idea of the opposite church, but there's a portion of it because me pentem na yet me run it through. Kakra minya or no so I can say this could be the reasons I'm a part in the Lucy a year 2024 general election. The first issue, no, just said, no, say scale come over about $58 million. A real chain or Yantian Pajada in as a crisis when they are there. No, a bit of man called for Boo for Zusa Kahobi. NMA party in Lucy about to Krumhano. And also add another issue say 3 days to the general elections no or who onyantia say ya to full e Krumha. No could be no say, hey, also not say no bisa no say now you perceive a rainy election year na say perceive Lucy because anyone was say a bit twaba na 3 days to the election ya to full. Interesting kakra because said the papa de kasa no I think say obi fufro obi aka ne sa e be accepted because said say nyina just we are Ghanaians you should need the brave but that time Bawumia was the leader of the NPP party, not just a leader or no one a leader about to krata so ekoto abam, and he was still the vice president of this country. He was in charge of the economic management team. Or just also a tier kwa na anyone so na issues for bi o na Ghana for nimu ana because you say the party and kwaji to me party no na 3 days to election year to full mu na wonim ho hwe wo crowd say ne say dia ordinary Ghanaian bi ate no ate go tie ho di ya a bit dicey but the bit be see we are see the bia bit be see so you find say esi but could that be the reason to Ghana for to tear the NPP 2024 election na this cannot be a genuine issue, especially National Cathedral. National Cathedral, Ghana for be buafu, but it will be just a session of Ghanaians. not on my no the padodo na ekoto about over there close to 2 million people are who vote against the NPP. No. And yet 2 million in your decision in National Cathedral. No, that could not be the issue. It be a portion be of it. By a new team causes a year disaster way. There were other issues. There were other pertinent economic management issues and not Ghana for facing that time. Now they will be a cause of Krumha. Na Ghana for ka ho asem bebre e de acha ban na ban no emtie ti se 11 ni ade sa eye haircut here beba ye. These were issues are na nka yura ba me betimi aka ho asem ban no betimi deal with them critically to win power. But say National Cathedral they be ha ni pe na make na ha bi mu, but that wasn't a genuine issue betimi they make you case there be. And after Petra ye 3 days to the elections. A bit affected just a few people, especially floating voters. Woman do almost Kenya to D-Day, no, and son of woman decided, no. But that couldn't be the reason. NPP, Nipe to Obama NPP Ashanti region, over 400,000 and to Abano. No. A year more connected to Asama era, Abua Papokaye, and I say, Era Usuben Paka said the NPP filed the wrong candidate. No, it connects more to it than say. Yeah, 3 days to the election. And I make all this could be reasons. Because we were Kenya, Madonna Drans, and we decided. Until I can't 3 days now, 2 more. And when you crack that old way of politics, no. Titino, and I have a twaba na parties, no. I buy a walk, Kunyaswa for machine, no, you quine. Now, you so no, you see, I'm Ghana for they don't care about Sani, man. The Ghanaian voter no, is now discerning, ultimately analyze it. With the existence of artificial intelligence, any internet, any search engines near there, no. You just pick your phone and you are all over. You get access to information. Metias is here and someone here home coming. I can just key in 1 or 2 keywords. Information in will be on my phone. Until now, the entity can any be on my say a 2 per 3 days. No, it could be reasons for 1 or 2 people be or a section of the population, but that couldn't be the major issue. Man, for Antoine. Yeah, but from now, fair basis so that we all understand the situation at NPP woman now. Any the kind of person that bet me Bawumia NPP party no etimi anya fa hodi. Oko YouTuber show no streaming live on YouTube. I will Get Connected TV. Ubetimi the atena di kan. Now I search it because connected be wo ne ade ba. Yeah there Get Connected TV. The show is live. Oko live stream na se a ubetimi the comment or person de ba show ni so na to. Hope any can messages here can baby. To corner coachro wa dwenchire eto. Bia okra no as a delegate and as NPP faithful no win all the reasons crowded that. It's the answer the yemo boss wo ha no you already know it. Cause share with us on the platform. You can ha na abe kan komo ayedi no ehun. Be yenko anim I have other videos. Be catch say be man pani His Excellency Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, former president. Ono so the video be he said something. Now asem na kan man pani kai no na e very deep. Beba mo wati na sabre no na de na ekoso e ma dada kan sa asem no mo peni dada asem o kan no na opeso o kire se enya de obi a o NPP party no sabre no emfa woni dibra na ukura obetimi atwe ho free the performance of the NPP for that past 8 years no to that election no utimi ntwe ho free ho to win the election. Was say a banisa any problem or Ghana for how minimum. And we are sure say Ghana for do not have that problem to decide on that lines. Mapeni that down the cancer ask them no. That time a lot of conversations about thing. There were people I know more try to make sure every era of Mampeni now don't cook for the money their course to come clean say woman dear woman ye she or Mampeni that cancer same way. And lo and behold, Ghana for also did the same thing. Send them penny Kayana. Made a former president, His Excellency.
What we gain by attacking the record of our own government. When you do that, then you become then party candidate. What are you going to tell the people of Ghana? Oh, it was Akufo-Addo who misled you and mismanaged affairs. I will be different, even though I am NPP. I'm still under the Oslo sign. I'm different. And the people of Ghana will be that gullible. No. Let's be serious. So the question is, I think that if we're talking about the record of the government, my understanding is that every NPP person, communicator, or whoever you are who is a supporter of the party, it's your duty to try and defend that record and make sure that the people of Ghana buy into that record. Because at the end of the day, once...
I say we are very, very deep. We are just as some kakreya mampeni akay former president, Excellency Nana Danko Kufuor Kai. A bit me akọ answer some of the school of thought America about that no cry actually here. Uti asema yera Bawumia Camp say Ozu say National Cathedral, which wasn't on an idea. So automatically it was mampeni Nana Danko Kufuor idea that time. And a fool a tomb. What did the old can say? He wasn't even aware. Anyone say to me from 3 days to elections. Anyone was say to me a basan. What is era and as a era boako as well can say economic crisis near that day. Or when Penny Asma walk out and they say a bayer one pass somebody from the NPP and found new position our say when we leader of the party or whatever. We wait me ko jina bontin baby. I disconnected from amamu e course so sabre no na what portray who say you are a neutral person and it's Ghana for I accept you whilst you are still under the osono symbol no na woman go for who say we buy a course with the media me a neutral from the course we be but mun consider me ankasa me personally na mon to abama me or say Ghana for any gullible that word no now no ye nyina kwakwa phone you can just search it on your phone maybe you won't him that you know the meaning of it. Gullible just obi a ote asem a ote ya na de adwuma ontimi analyze asem ni hu the fact ontimi differentiate between the fact and the fallacies e wa asem a wate ni mo o say Ghana for ntesa e da make say Ghanaians are now we are now enlightened obi a timi funny phone me say bio wo mo mani afia you see born before computer na de dia omunna use WhatsApp TikTok na de papa bi video am hwe ya na o ka say obi 24 say we pani nti ma na ma TikTok make kan asresem ne ade na o metu nipa fo na o so ntu obi afo TikTok na obi eyi asresem to obi ama ne kwan na o so nyi na asresem na se bi obi anya ne ho fi na obi anko ne be obi anya access to this digital systems. People have information wo kra ye won say nipa no da information do ti be ntu futuro ngonkrofo ani o mampani da say nipa bi a obeyi nanim e wa NPP party mu that was leading up to the 2024 election obeyi wanim say wo de course bi a no nka ho say we drivers mate o say wo dey ya more opportunity or whatever no wo dey agro because Ghana for enye gullible Ghana for betimi access and say no you are part of it wo ka ho bi say say bi si o Bible mu ba bi kra so ehun ebra ye di Yesu kwa himfie ho a movie e hwe ne ade adi wo mototo na no ne ade a Peter ne nam ase Peter pe bi adwane afo ani so ehun ya che no so on the onim papa no baby ane but people know you ye nim say one nam so that moment you ntime ntwon ho there be so I think say o mampeni da His Excellency Nana Danko Kufuor kan sa asem wi say ntime disassociate wo ho from the current state of affairs and win election on the ticket of NPP oyiwa and so did that really happen and it did year. We also said 2024 election, no, the flag bearer NPP file, tried as much as possible on any team to disassociate themselves from the current status quo and as a state of affairs that time. And it did not help, said the Mampeni that air cano. Also try Ghanaians are not gullible, they will find you, they will fish you out and vote against you. So Mampeni that said no, may the tune senia swa. This is one school of thought. I'm sure say we all agree say solid, it works. Not just say how you get connected in here. One can say you can do your analysis, you can wait, na some can and check say the course so how our outcome no ekokoye. Sure say it carries a whole lot of weight. Ewo asem no emo. And with the issue of say NPP candidate one more than a bar 2024 election no na on free the strong base of the could have been a reason and I say there was the time say NPP file will be from the other side or the other wings of the party system no na or the na be shame na near my team akoso no and also ho enkomo e ha na opinion friend say Musa Dankwa Global Info Analytics papa we still that so ye the surveys ahodo be brain na why okroma no it was spot on why analysis be brave, ni nyina no. At the end of the day, no, so we get 2 more 1 year 2 more. End up say most of them no having it right. I don't know the surveyor or getting it wrong, but let me put it that way because a be koronga sabre menkai. But most of the surveys no, it's always spot on. Or can be just after the election. Brana we didn't come out good evening in Ghana so. Now Komoni Kobufa say baby and a candidate NPP then they buy any free. Uncle free the main traditional base and ye nimuno. And as a party in the stronghold, no could that be an issue? Era Musa Dan Kwanso Chenajin was saying now no person Chenajin once and for all. We not being tribalistic and all that no. The Papa can na yenti ni pepe even analysis on so yeah.
NPP people in Ashanti and Eastern who did not vote, what was they protesting against? Was it tribal? In Eastern and Ashanti especially, was it tribal?
Look, let me tackle this once and for all.
Yes, please.
You see, in this country, the dynamics or the demography of MPP voters are largely Akan.
Yes.
About 65% of MPP base are Akan. Now, you have an Akan base, but your candidate come from a different group. Right?
That's deep, eh?
Yeah, that's deep. You will struggle to galvanize the Akans.
Why won't the Akans vote for another tribe candidate?
No, you see,
are they MPP because they are Akans, or they believe in the MPP's philosophy?
Look, there are people who are MPP because they are Akans. Simple as that.
They are MPP because they are Akans.
Yes. And if you look at what has happened, I mean,
they feel the MPP is their party.
Of course.
Okay. Whether in opposition or in government is their party.
Akan for party. I mean, we've said it. They've said I'm an Achim. I've come from the same place, so I know what we say. So it is seen as Akan base. So when you give the accounts what they feel to be an alien to them, they are not galvanized, enthused by it.
And what is alien to them is determined by tribe.
Of course. You see, the only thing.
Will the Akans take a bono?
They are all Akans.
They consider bono as Akan?
Yes.
Kintampo?
Yes, they are all Akans.
So, Chibi, Achim Swedro.
They are all Akans.
Western region?
They are all Akans.
Parts of central region?
They are all Akans.
But that means you can do a double Akan ticket and win if you're MPP.
It's about numbers.
Yeah.
You have to work out where the numbers
So
come
those
from.
MPP people who said that MPP is in trouble because they have moved away from their base, should we have listened to them?
Look, during the polling season, when we were polling, when you put an Akan candidate against Mahama, the gap shrinks.
Oh, that's interesting. Any Akan candidate?
Any Akan candidate.
Say Kennedy Agyapong.
In fact, Kennedy Agyapong was doing better than Bawumia against Mahama.
Who?
And Kennedy Agyapong.
Or was doing better
Yes.
against Mahama than Bawumia?
Yes. And then even when Alan was in the race, the same thing was applied.
Alan was doing better?
Yes.
So if Kennedy Agyapong was a running mate, will it make a difference?
Absolutely, yes.
Could they have made a difference in parliament as well?
Every number counts.
So, I mean, if Kennedy Agyapong...
See, I was here, Era Musa Dankwa, and out in Canada. These are some of the information people don't want you to get access to. For so you can get access to it. And you'll be on our Concord TV, you can see, say, it was Metro TV, Good Evening Ghana. And this is a video I'll be able to make. Papa, we are analysis will come and survey near the day, getting the spot on. No? Or just say, and we quite a conversation, and there's no two ways about it. The NPP as a party, no, the base, said they are Michelle Commander, no, Ashanti region, any Eastern, one for India. This is a can base. A can base, I want to mean Sasashi. Said the area about Bawumia, any peniophobia, woman data, when you're having a conversation, you go with the data. So what one yen is up now Chiachiana. Former President Bampenina Danko for the car said figures don't lie, numbers no a nitro. So you speak to it. Yera Musa Dankwache said the NPP party no is made up of 65% of accounts. 65. So in any analysis of NPP party in the no, you need to factor in this number. Conversation be about drop NPP party will be no. You need to consider 65 first and send any other conversation about. And sir, as a UN, one more veto power near the day, and you tell yourself, say, open say UN, take action be stringent action be, but on for US for home, where you are from, where you Russia from, China, where you not from, you still think say you and the might take a decision be BNC. And yet possible because your money veto power. One funny day now make there will be a problem. So that same conversation and area Musa Dankwa now expand the community say or no research and analysis or and they say or for any other account candidates in the election any pools or perform better Ashanti region and any eastern region as sing area Bawumia during time na election no bobano. Inti okase eno no nya factor na one or that because numbers no will not lie. Yeah, these numbers will not lie. Said there other school of thought in nature no. E be say full e be say way. But now no we are getting closer to common. Over Ashanti regional. Said there enema siko ye ni. I make ka work akra. Yeah, compared 2024 and 2020, how our changes this year drastic. Our Ashanti region Eastern. Or see the 2024 Ghanaian election, the NPP's performance in the Ashanti region, a traditional stronghold, declined sharply from 2020. NPP votes fell from 1,795,824, which was 72.79%. That was 2020, to 1,366,805, which is 65% or 65.36% in 2024. Inti about your quarter year performance at NPP putting it up over 2020 no. Yes, and this share so 2024 no. And so to say him from 1,795 all the way to 1,300,000. It tells you say that was drastic. Over 400,000 people were Ashanti region. So and you can't tell me say a national cathedral pay. You can't tell me say Russian-Ukraine crisis no pay. If sa crisis we all know we are seeing him. Impact no be could assess obia behu. And if the candidates na NPP the neighbor no, the people of Ghana were GDA enough, trusted enough say obetimi fix our problems now. They would have voted for that person. No be fix our problem. No. So it tells you it was a candidate problem. Musa Dankwa Dena. It could have been better or a bit better. Separate nibe lusukra when it was an account. When yamimi way so it's Musa Dankwa. Okay, say see our person be near money. Question na ye be sending to be near money and only in the West. But overhead data na workrata so you can also attest to it. Say it's indeed a making impact. My uncle Eastern region, you will think say be Ashanti region kwa de tisa. Oko Eastern region so or say the NPP experienced a sharp decline in the Eastern region during the 2024 Ghanaian elections compared to 2020, losing over 258,000 votes in this traditional stronghold. NPP presidential votes dropped from 752,061, which was 61.5% share, implied from totals in 2022, 493,234 in 2024, a 34% reduction, ranking third nationally behind Greater Accra and Ashanti. So it tells you, say, Greater Accra, they are swinging. So our conversation there some other time. But Eastern, any Ashanti region there, a purely NPP stronghold. So okay, a battle now AVH and will lose over 200,000 votes. Our Eastern region, then you come back to Ashanti region there, World Bank of the NPP now lose over 400,000. It's a done deal, case closed. Election year, because my culture say the NPP needs Eastern and Ashanti region to win any election in Ghana. You're quite about to never floppy with Eastern, never floppy. Ashanti, it's a done deal for the NDC. Because North where the NDC and over struggle. It's a conversation will come another time. North, and so at that time, NPP candidates then a promise you say okay, raking in more votes. That did not also happen. So it tells you say, who file a candidate from the other wing of the party, I hear the base of the party, with the intention say or bet are they vote from on only base. In case say they are cancer in Ukraine apathy, no man too enough. Nanka north side, any say they can vote anyway. No, Ababe argumented that loss. No, at least the party will be making some progress, but the no two also flopped. So automatically, it's more or less like a candidate issue. Or where conversation now done. Say na economic crisis near the idea and the cost. Because or where said the system now, it was positioned in such a way say the NPP was to lose the election because party be about 8 years and there must another party aba. So magic na NPP person were that time to break the 8 no. Na magic no way. It's a strategy no way. Said the area Mr. Danko Kai no. You choose a candidate who is not from your strong base. Thinking say you will rake in vote from another angle to augment it. Now vote say nkwampo ne be free north aba everything aba be share their obelusu ashanti ni. You need, as I say, overflow before and so waiting to the election. So all corner ashanti at tiaba from over 400 there actually din. So these are the issues. There were all the other issues. Unemployment was issue. But my catcher said, "Saniyama way nyina ne de. E wo hodada. Ne Ghana ni bi anim dada." So the NPP was doing a magic to convince Ghanaians to, keep the party in power. So that magic, that strategy, Now, out here radio, there are a lot of people are also actually making some conversations. I'm just saying, NPP for a former as consultant. Even people from the NDC are saying, says NPP before more as consultant. They have ideas to give them. And some of these ideas, I listened to about 2 or 3 NDC people. Like I said, the best bet of the NPP will be Honorable Kennedy Agyapong. NDC fool. No say bia or no music obi mo che say area ken NDC for so metimi na face wa we ni ntino. He na san communi free ba because say ba the area Bawumia, the NDC have won election close to 2 million against him. But area Kennedy compare kwa Japan they have no idea the obetimi aye. Nti wo call contest obi a wedi candidate kwa hwefom. Say that they be na former president na na kwa Akufo-Addo Okano. Say Muhammad there, where he can go and pay, and pass no guano close to 1 million votes. Into no GBA say 2020 election, but say guani bium, and power guano, though difference net about 500, but still will go. 80 say NDC pro be a betting a board, say betting a guani biuma. It will be a Bawumia because you go close to 2 million. It's the unfunny say about on crack or so. Now I perform it, waiting me convince Ghana for Ghana for a 2 hour. You fancy waiting me half crack. They will still beat you around 1 million. But the conversation is tricky. Emma NDC now and say they don't know what a year Kennedy compare to Agyapong betting me because one contesting that. It's a gray area. They don't know the betting me. This is a manner why investment will be her. This is a manner why what Ghana political system for quite a long time. What parliament about 26 years. On him all the dynamics. So okay, this decide that the big risk now you are still doing it. They are there kasa. You are Kennedy Agyapong can also stand up because all the nitty-gritties are across Ghana politics. What your commander says not about the other number. What the buy is saying? What the number? But close to 2 million. To the party will perform. What perform a crown? And one conversation here and they say if the NPP want to file Yera Bawumia, former flag bearer. Based on conversation that were around, NSA analysis here and this information order that we are all learning. Say Bawumia a chance against the NDC. It's only hovering say the NDC will perform abysmally, even beyond their NPP. Ghana for use 1 more year in 20 up to 2024. That is the only chance. Now, our first video, na era buako video na. Na ya come beside just a simple question. Say, na era buako say, NDC for the propaganda and the beji 2 million. Until now, no, when we exposed that Ghana for come back and choose era Bawumia no. Or you sure said the NDC will sit aloof like that. Now, if you want to na woma perform poorly, na era Bawumia bana. Or dream says how will happen na. This particular answer, no, is very difficult because you are having a leader. Wadika Babamuko, now the performance Ghana for a passe a negative vote on it. And I was saying about now. So he's here to redeem himself. After the government, you need somebody or the track recorder. Somebody or new, because NDC will file a new person. Until then, the NPP party needs to file a new person. Because the NDC is filing a new person. Except say Bia, the previous candidate NPP de buy, was not defeated with this huge margin. If it was close contest there, any question say NPP ni Bia dream say a day sa candidate corner but that wasn't the case. NPP won election 2016 against NDC about 1 million votes. And home common na nyasem kitwa. You say unprecedented. But this time the IC need there. And the minimum where the be she obium. If I go for gangan to one a issue can see it. So you can't have the usual conversation say we are come and we are come no beam. Because there's an issue that needs to be fixed. Maybe the NPP want to say they don't want power. They just want to do the usual politics. They just want to do the same thing. So you can do the same thing and get the same result. That's also one issue. But if delegates really want power, say then and say yeah, two around, say delegate NPP just say they want power, then something needs to change. Something needs to happen. And yes, idea. Say their status connect here there. It's going to be very difficult. So delegates, when I am so we have so many videos to show. But say show when I am day, bro. So we can push the other videos to another day, maybe Friday. We can have that conversation on the show. When you mean some may concord you, some my order that any cases to a bomb come near show situation, so that you decide very well. I get connected. Oko YouTube, you made any streaming live. For comment in the tour. Now, you can add your more HB activity lines now to adjoin their brain. Once to see a say party no Lucy, and you think say party no corner normal way now, and now say the party needs to take a drastic, action or position. You share with us on the show. So we just say that come on now, a delegate. We NPP for us, NPP for the woman come on a woman. Think away I say, if the party wants power, the party needs to think along these lines. And yet the usual conversation. You will say Chairman Sabon's video be about say or say a brand NPP campaign our Ashanti region there no. Sebas ni do Ashanti region no where euphoria na e wa around na who say BBSC bibi nkoye. I want the delegate to go back to the say Chairman Sabon's honorable. I need you mu na mu ko bisa say e dey na no dwen say na esie. Ya ba bedru ha now. Ozu say what went wrong. And no one gina so. Now if you ate NPP situation as see, not delegate obi be catcher with me gina so edi aka. And ya no nko a run na po no e running mate. Na no ya onesem twa for twetwem komo. Ono so can sem bebre echeche nsemo. I have a whole lot of videos. Bon komo bebre wa ha. O de brand ko ba ma yentie na podie ne kaka. I think say ye in fan podie ni twem ye wi a ye beti ase bi a honorable Kennedy Agyapong Agyapong kan ye leading up to the 2024 election. Na ya ma kwan na do adwencha ba. The other matters ne they will push to another day. Okay, be ma asanwase for so de no. Just a short na fe ye koye ni ma no. Ti ma yentie run na po kakra abra no so cheche nsemu de ti a uzu se party no. Lucy election 2024.
One thing that's come conclusive in the last 10 months is that there was a broken trust.
Citizens to party?
Citizens to government.
To government.
The trust that was broken hurt so much so that we saw the results.
What broke it?
We didn't listen enough. We assumed a lot of things we shouldn't have assumed. Probably our purpose was a bit challenged for us. We have descended, we had gone through the worst global economic climate, medically and economically, or health-wise. Governments around the whole world have been toppled and changed, apart from probably dictatorial governments or autocratic governments. The economic milieu had changed dramatically. A container from China.
Eti na era na po or no so the school of thought no makacho say we will push some of the videos to another time I do be share so that we will appreciate all this. And also who will be or cry you can still add or they send it, we will add all of them to it. Now for you know. Yet the situation I say. Because one situation I say as delegate, you will not know how to vote. We need an NPP for us and muna monya munkomo and a mobile. But these are things the party need to consider. I'm sure say party in penny form of you made the will also consider so many things and learn from it. Because a party, a team, and your individual beyond and your it's a whole party machinery, you know. And as I will consider and near now we decide on that lines. So now I near my team quick. Yet here Kennedy Agyapong Japan. Leading up to 2024 election.
In 2024 election,
and then I delegate for NPP.
NPP lost that election in 2022. I repeat, election 2024. NPP for we lost the election in 2020. Why? You know, I say I'm a businessman all the way to tomato seller. Ghana for Muhwadin. And middle class for atop bonds. And Musikashi, Yabiko 15 years, Oma for Muhwadin. And my pension for Esikashi, Oma for Muhwadin. Anytime Bia or Minum Bedna, Ghana for your margins, your Monkasaro, no ma for Muhwadin.
I was here at Kennedy Agyapong Agyapong attending can we after the election. This was yearly election leading up to the 2024 election of Casa Assembly. So that time now NPP party no almost had the course of grounds and now leaders now almost say channel the mantra breaking the 8 no. And now almost knew what was really happening and now you were catching say Ghana for your dinner. It tells you they've decided. The era Bawumia Camp say 3 days to election, full are 2 and to election no. Well Utiera can I say so there then it also varies and she doesn't see any because Ghana for no more decided that so this is what they are going to do. Now for baby you can see it. Yes, I'm true. You can feel it. Me on my show that time let me near now a platform for so I always say it. Now me come show me so there's going to be a change because over grounds oko meetings hold we need people who do share the way I want to masem and how I know what masem no. Definitely something was going to happen because you monitor elections be brave. Ewo kroma. You monitor elections be brave. You juba yiti did the chain you heard the course. So you will learn from what you na wo ye no. Obe who patterns. Ti a shall say show up you know say say na dey we beko. But NPP for boa wo mam wo mo hu nyina and say they also got it wrong. Abra no wo mo yi ni pies wo di wo manim no. They should have factored so many things if they wanted to break 8 now. Tia nyumre come on why not na dey dey see a ya fast one say for video nya sa e beba next time na e pasco ti my etie delegate wa aswase constituency over 200 of them wom che say so wom to aba no na e kan aswase dey na 200 and na is nipa ni bi yare a wom mama they are voting for Kennedy Agyapong Japan ye ba me activity lines number no wa free time ni ko ye for 1 or 2 calls bi na e ko
more than 200 I want constituency anum and yan kasa yin nan say you show your support I am more dey party ama honorable Kennedy Agyapong sabaya aswase constituency any the whole Ghana nyina e benya no so so papa anything na man na no pai ye gina ha ye ni abre say ye kasa yi honorable Kennedy Agyapong obeti obusa say e dey ba ni dey ba na wo hu ni say obetimi dey abo o ma Ghana ye aswase constituency na e bro more than 200 no the who say Kennedy Agyapong beti dey abo o ma Ghana na constituency ayi wo mu sesi ayi ni say ye hwe ni ma Kennedy Agyapong oye enyuma de obetimi kreti bebre ama o ma Ghana ama bi aso ye maburu no even ye hwe mampanyi kofo ba aba mo no or the health insurance any free maternity care dey buy ye so mu yie ama o ma Ghana nya so mfa so akufo are nzu o say or the free education bebe ampa so dey buy ama o ma Ghana ni aso ase nya mu mfa so bebre Kennedy die tiam be ye pese dey ban say adwuma de papa ni de o hu nim de papa fine sebenya health insurance ama me ba banya free education de ma me ba ni ya kwa be wie bu die ma e de be na aka adwuma eni pa ni adwuma ya le sabako na no e ma mla ntari ma ba wa no e be ye de ye so mo ye anything as was a constituency yɛni abere ɛnɛ anɔpa yi a mo yɛafrɛ anuanom sɛ mommra amɔfe anu disɛm ɛmfa nkɔ na ɔma no ne aso ase yɛnyina obi anya so mfa soɔ yɛtie dam ase
ti abusua we dey wasumwa aswase delegate or just almost to Banama era. But I'm common here simple. That conversation we'll have it some other time on the show. Almost just say former president era Kufo Eddie national health insurance why. And no na every apomode hon sensem atwa so and hon commodity so other time. And na omanpeni dada his excellency na dan Kufo ado and so Eddie free senior high school by. And also abeboa me yen school ako. So now no they are leaning towards conversation a just say ebemu adwuma. Enti na ma mo connected to your Kennedy Agyapong ko Japan. Adwuma no aye wo ho no. E do na mo pay adwuma na ye. Adwuma no so onye kasa o. Pedi no wa biebie adwuma ne bebree. And be kro bi obekoso bia no. Or a whole lot of information about kro no. E wa ideas. E wa be boa ma kro no etimi anya adwuma na wo ka no. Ama wo motimi aye. Nti wo mo ansore keke say de yeti bi mu de wo mo so ya wo se yekɔ a there bi they based on my decision no or the particular premise no say papa no be ma ye adwuma and by tiem komo we candidate bi e be free NPP party mu aba be contest election bia no that candidate no in a national election no that particular candidate always comes with a specific message, a social intervention message. Candidates via free NPP said ya na NPP penny for year kan ya candidates via wa baby no oba with a social intervention message o toma Ghana for na o motimeto. So now you know baby we are just at the primary level. Go make say woman your candidate do a party anymore. That candidate is having that message na wo open. That candidate is coming along with that tag na wo mbetimi dia kwa bonten akọ campaign easily no. And so our candidate here Kennedy Agyapong. So we will lean towards that message. Message, you know, when you need to cross such message now. My activity lines no more na for adventure brand na nyumre na ye so adwumadi no so enko na brand ko papa. Be ma ye na for messages in the brand have ye kinka na ye enko anim. Hwe screen so numbers no screen so. For numbers ni be na frɛ bra so. Ye fa nipa be say num bia ye de besi na afi ya sɔre so. Na yetimi akɔgye ahome kakra. Si activity lines no for numbers na wo TV no so na frɛ na bra so. Na ye monko. Oba so a me child get connected a. Jesus so obi anya obi a. Na yetumi ebon komo. Me ya get connected.
Obi anya obi a.
Me ya yeti wanyumre.
Ate fleme ebubruku sia. Ka fi denchira into. Apa denchira west. Ami shiramo pa ne dwumadi amudi boa ye papa Kennedy Agyapong Japan. Le de empire ye ba ne se ye ne mtro ba ni di se di o mo to no utu ani no si ahene fo ne sremo. Mo hwe se mo ko mistake enko to ma papa bi oba ya ni krum ko ma nto ama no. Ye sre MPP fo mpani fo mo ka bi wom. Ye sremo pa na Kennedy die se di papa no Toma ya kura no hwenyuma wo pie na papa oba de a na be de Ghana obia de nya adwuma ye papa nyakopon ne munya adwuma ka ba bi obia so na chia ba di nyakopon kan ho be obia
when you made that so bad so we should get connected
Kennedy ne ko
Jesus obia me too
ya sorry contact papa boato yoni ni ka ye kuma Kennedy pa si se Kennedy die e jano e gasa die wa ye asanto piano no akono wo bema nso mo hinam o kanta ma wonto delegation sremo umwai na ehunu Kennedy adwuma opeto obeyema ye no ayebi na ye ye pebi di ayon obi aye bi penye ye kobusa no ndi Kennedy nyami plan ni otro kwama no ni kera be story ko etia biara nyame na nkoma no ndi masipi
Yes, that's so bad. When you marry, when you get connected.
But your friend Stephen Flevipo.
Just so be a new beer.
Papa no or to say former president the Enjoy go with penna some maybe be play. Me as a yes is back. I met for man. It's so bad life.
But that's will be so bad. So when you get connected. So you get connected. When you are in your crowd, I have a floor. So you get connected. When you are body nature, you know.
Hello?
When you are 80 or down.
Kennedy pa the protest no me hute. No be register for nkwa na onya ba ti ode aba na obenya humo ma mo ntampa ye na ye wo ha ye adwuma. Ete Kennedy ya tumu pa ya mfanya ko dio kwa. Ti ode be twa ba ne bumbu ma on te Kennedy ni. Eni na na eko.
Yes, you that's we when you get connected.
Obi anyo bia.
I was your body nature on me.
Yo, after the people, after me sika. Yo, me select delegate to more Patuapa. Say almost a power pad, yeah, and you can do Agyapong. Because they are maintaining say they won't go full of war, black. What the request to the NPP on Amami. And they won't go full of NPP, but starting to inform. Inform. Almost time here for what call more. That they put you on the parliament to me. Yes, come account. Then for a movement, it's a Kennedy or my system, maybe face I'm not a cat for fun and more. Or that I'm a to so many. This is about a more continue. The Kennedy engineer, and to the basic that.
When you get connected. When you get connected. Body nature on your brain.
Because it's a minute, we could put everything. When we have a massive in the world, it's very deep and the journey. Now, Oprah many people I said a picture. You can edit before picture. I thought what's the name too much. We might be in a day and not to worship because they are not only a phone. You won't even cry. Not meaning. No program like that. What's the name?
But that's when you get connected. Body nature,
but I am a jaggy Moses. I am a Kennedy Agyapong or your beer, your memoir, and say yes. Name agenda now. Almost certain, I won't say about me, dear. Papa, 1 year then. I'm a man of my own the president to NPP party. The agenda I have to work. The morning I'm ready, man.
Yes, that's it. So bad. So when you get connected. You know how to get connected. I was your body nature.
But the friend come upon me, because free and Shalaba.
Yeti wadaro makasa.
Yes,
when you get connected. Body nature, Minia.
Madame, the Casafi, Tafo, Consultancy. Idia, Chairman, the draft.
Chama
The idea, they were Kennedy, when we said that the first, I mean, everything in the young couldn't be the idea. They be our mom. And then you know, yeah, the second, like we come with the KTM, I don't say so far. If I would do what happened to my wood in our power, you took KTM. And to a model soon now, no money down next year, can pay for the 18 woman. I would know more than Bonavia. And someone else, you can't delegate no home chair, and someone at Thomas. You got a photo, the party, I actually more hard. I have no. I see the soon, you know.
My that's your break. Yeah, for the chat so when you get connected.
Good evening.
Obaje so obi anyo obi na afi bodi ne ntio.
Ambaje obi anyo obi a. Eba jo. Yewa Kennedy Agyapong. Ya penasem. Yewa Bawumia. One na na du na ba na mbaye adwuma no. Ana ga na bo se adwuma na aye no. Ansoni. Eye de na fe de wo se ekurasin. Asa ba be jira se ensan to so aba. Ekoba na ta no ma no ye ba attitude bo be ta to position. Etime se se ka men ko bia anka yewa Bawumia ko tranche. Na ka NPP got yewa kan embla because elimination share ene na ni so bi ho a what is wrong man no. Sida anya na sa bia ene assemble to NPP for nti be send bit for no say ebere no so a omo fe yewa kan yi mo fa le ne kata pa o de ba no na omo fe mo e da wa so
ma ben so be da se be so ba so we your friend is na ya ken ka messages ne kakra na ya hwe ne asori so ma me hwe we o say Nanaya say, good evening, get connected family, number 1. Yes, delegate to number 1. Richmond Nuno, say, we are all connected, number 1. Richmond message, I don't know. We do Dino, training at the audio. Say, my girlfriend just called me and said they have all connected. Girlfriend, no way. Anthony Poku. Say, Ghanaians are not ready for another president who is also a Northerner. Please, read a full message for me. I've read your message, Minia. Anthony Opoku, as I say, Anthony Krona, we are begging the delegates not to be influenced by money, but vote massively for Kennedy Agyapong. Godfred Kwanzaa, say, no Ken, no vote. We a comment about YouTube live stream, no, as say, and I'm kind of amount. Yeah, did you make see? Na ya sorry so nyame ya dom na de adom yen a e be san we di nhyiamu e fiada na yet to be get connected jumedi no e de abro hia no so jumedi we chairman apiaje e na tenam e di ho chia me bi ni asabo akwana na tichi e be hwe chiri e de ma no se ne ma betimi ato aso ko promise obeba na wa ba beto aso ti sa na ho nsem ti okọ MC Aswale e wo ho Mike e de on YouTube ni ma me Kelvin e na fi Fati wo mnya MC and I Sly and so woman chair here or boy. I might do it na cost. No, be say my second photo name. MCR for one check you the next time I'm here na that conversation that's here baby. Je fast mixture and je fast speak up so could your mind so maybe a time be draw bia no bisa e do ho asem and na mu sa yade and a draw e ho adwuma pa. Si so your ba na o ma asem no enimu yie. O ye be ma so mema asem no enimu yie no. Once ye ka se o your ba e firi suru kosi ase bi bia fa ho bia no. I say we pay it. Now, I dare back up any separate or bar from Bema. So I